Today, I want to share a story about a young boy who discovered that success is not about proving others wrong. It's about staying focused on your own path. In a small town in America, there lived a 16-year-old boy named Jake. Jake loved running. Every morning before school, while most people were still sleeping, he would put on his old running shoes and jog through the quiet streets. He wasn't the fastest runner in town, but he was determined to improve. His dream was simple. He wanted to win the state championship one day. Many people admired his dedication, but not everyone believed in him. Some students at school laughed when they saw him training. "You're never going to beat the top runners," they would say. "Why waste so much time?" Jake pretended not to care, but their words stayed in his mind. As the months passed, he trained harder and harder. Yet whenever he ran, he kept thinking about what others were saying. During practice, he wondered if people were watching him. During races, he worried about what the crowd thought. Instead of focusing on the finish line, he focused on the noise around him. As a result, his performance suffered. One day, Jake entered an important race. Hundreds of people gathered around the track. Parents cheered. Students shouted. Music played through loudspeakers. The race began. At first Jake ran well, but soon he started hearing voices from the crowd. "Come on, Jake! You can't catch them! Run faster!" His attention jumped from one voice to another. He looked at the runners beside him. He glanced at the audience. He worried about being judged. By the final lap, he was exhausted. He finished far behind the leaders. That evening, Jake sat alone on a bench at the local park. His coach, Mr. Anderson, walked over and sat beside him. "You know why you lost today?" the coach asked. Jake sighed. "Because I'm not good enough." The coach shook his head. "No, you lost because you were running everybody else's race." Jake looked confused. "What does that mean?" The coach pointed toward a lake nearby. The surface of the water reflected the sunset perfectly. "Throw a stone into the water," he said. Jake picked up a small stone and tossed it into the lake. Ripples spread everywhere. "What happened to the reflection?" the coach asked. "It disappeared." "Exactly," said the coach. "The reflection was clear when the water was calm. The moment it became disturbed, everything became blurry." Jake listened carefully. Your mind is the same way. Every comment, every opinion, every criticism creates ripples. When your mind is full of distractions, you can't see your goal clearly. Those words stayed with Jake. The next morning, he changed the way he trained. Instead of thinking about competitors, he focused on his breathing. Instead of worrying about spectators, he focused on each step. Instead of listening to criticism, he focused on the finish line. Day after day, week after week, his concentration grew stronger. Eventually, another major race arrived. The stadium was packed. The crowd was louder than ever. But this time, something was different. Jake wasn't paying attention to the noise. As the race began, he focused only on the track ahead. The cheers became background sound. The spectators became a blur. There was only the next step, the next breath, and the finish line. Lap after lap, he stayed locked in. When he crossed the finish line, he looked up at the scoreboard. First place. For a moment, He couldn't believe it. The crowd erupted with applause. But the victory wasn't the most important part. The most important part was what he had learned. The crowd had not changed. The noise had not disappeared. The only thing that changed was his focus. And once he learned to control that, nothing could stop him. So whenever people doubt you, criticize you, or distract you, remember Jake's story. The noise around you will always exist. But if you keep your eyes on your goal and your mind on your purpose, the distractions will lose their power. Because success belongs to those who stay focused on the finish line, not the crowd. And that is the true power of focus.